Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today we're taking a look at my 5th Perfect Grade. This is the RX-78-2 Gundam Perfect Grade Unleashed. That's the name they've given it. What it really is the Perfect Grade version 2.0 Gundam. Let's have a look. And we're going to start off with the manual. Big old giant magazine of a manual. Shouldn't surprise anyone. Reminds me a lot of the Unicorn. Gives you decals, highlights, pay attention to this. Make sure it's flipped this way. They highlight the parts on the tree you're going to need when you grab the tree. Very, very user-friendly. Has it in Japanese and everything's in English to boot. When you're building it, it says, hey, pay attention to this. I like this little symbol, this trash can. All the parts off this runner have been removed. So you look at that runner. Is everything gone? Yes, it is. Garbage. You know that you're right. You can pitch it. If you look at it and you see a part, like, uh-oh, missed something. Flip the pages, more assembly, more assembly, more assembly. Decal sheet number 1. I'll explain what that is. Pictures of the kit, both middle assembly and full assembly, and all sorts of different poses you can try. Decal sheet number 2. Flip it around back and get a good look to it. Now, leg. You take off this entire piece, this whole thing in one chunk. It's kind of like a giant version of the real grade, only a little more complicated. As you can see here, you take this whole thing off, and that entire thing's the leg. There's a couple other instances of this, but this is by far the biggest. Shocking, I know. But this is, got a lot of joints, a lot of moving parts. Looks real good. You got gold parts for the joints. You got gold and silver mix for the knees. That's 2 different parts slipped together. You have chrome pipings for the pistons. You have these metal stickers. I guess I want to call them metal stickers. I guess they are photo etch parts, but they have a sticky side on them, so you're not really gluing them down. The sticky side works, but not perfectly. It can be a little bit of a difficult to get it off the original sheet, but it does work, but not perfectly. Posability, got a big bend out of the knee. The piston moves, the kneecap moves. The ankles on this thing are superb. I got a core block here where the little visor pops over Amuro. That Amuro is painted. It comes all white. Usually don't paint the little figurines, but I thought this one deserved it. But like I said, core block version. They also give you a core fighter. We'll get to that in a bit. Stack them right on there. I like the visor that comes over, like the targeting computers for like Luke Skywalker. Stay on target. Start laying stuff on. We have metal parts. These thrusters back here on the backpack are metal. Real metal. They are. They have the cold touch technique. And yes, I stole that from Jobby. Anyway, clear red parts in there to give a good thruster look to it. And right now, as we're building it, this looks really, really good. But what I'll say is this kit is surprisingly easy. Everything kind of goes together real easy. Just one layer after the other and snapping things together. There's no really hard things going on here. It's just taking a long time. Get an arm on there. Again, you can see the gold and the silver parts and the silver in the hands. The way that works is there's a chrome silver hand and then you put layers of armor on top of it. And you get the open cell hand and the fist hands. If we got other hands, you'll see later. But yeah, this looks good. And there you can see the inner chrome hand inside and then the armor that goes around it. So none of the fingers are movable on any of the hands, but they do give you lots of hands to choose from. But these look a lot better than any of the other hands I've seen. Yowzers. Anywho, start putting things together. They give you some stickers, foil stickers for the cameras and for the eyes if you want to use them. They also give you an LED, which you can use to shine through, so the stickers would kind of hamper that. But whatever you want to do. But he's kind of looking like a Gundam or a Transformer or something weird going on. Now we're going to add another layer. These are chrome silver parts that go over the top of the frame we have already built. They just snap on, no real big issues. You might have to bend the knee to get them on there. They also have some gray parts you're going to layer on. You do take the side skirt armor off to put the stuff on you need there. And like I said, we're just adding more layers to what we've already done. So now we've got gray parts, we've got silver parts, we've got something in between. We got more photo etch stickers going on here. I mean, this thing looks like a robot. A weird robot, but a robot nonetheless. You got grays and silvers, and you got all sorts of different layers going on. So now it's starting to kind of look like a Gundam, and now it's a Gundam. Put the armor over the top of it. And like I said, very easy to do. Despite there's a lot of armor here, but there's nothing complicated. It takes you step by step of what you got to do. And you can see there's points where the inner frame peeks through, the photo etch parts, photo etch stickers, whatever, peek through, the chrome on the back of the legs. There's chrome on in the inside leg. You can peek through when things are moving. And one of the perks on this kit is all of these doors that open up. So, doors on the legs, the thighs, the skirt armor, the arms, the shoulders, the chest, the head, everything. And I've only opened up about half of them, and I think I even missed a couple as I'm going through. And, you know, this thing, like I said, I didn't even open the entire kit. I opened one side of the kit, plus the stuff in the middle. And like I said, I still think I missed a couple. So, if you're the type who likes to, you know, look like the Gundam is getting serviced in like a mechanic situation, I've seen people modify other kits to do that. You don't got to modify a squat here. It's good to go out the gate. And you can see Amuro in there chilling. And yeah, that's a lot of doors. Accessories. You got a big old honking shield, and I love this shield. I just love it. It's got a clear visor underneath. It's got a guard you can raise up to block it. You've got the layers of armor underneath. You got the frame underneath. You got the sides that are on there, but not all the way. It gives a little gap that really gets the sense of layers of armor like a shield would have. And you got this little thing. This door opens and there's this little piece in there. That's metal. I had no idea what it was for until... boom. There is a magnet in that bracket that connects to the arm. It's never going to drop it. The top half might. But the shield still held. The gun, again, metallic looking parts. You know, on the scope, you got this big gap here where the moving part of the bottom of the gun holds. You got this gold and this silver going throughout the gun. It just looks gorgeous. 2 beam sabers. Big old beam sabers. Usually I would call them a big-ass beam saber, but this actually is appropriate to the Gundam itself. We got the core fighter, another Amuro in there. Kind of disappointed they give me a Sayla to put in the cockpit. They do give you a Sayla figurine, an Amuro figurine. It does have collapsible landing gear. Yeah, so you can put the landing gear inside the core fighter. You can fold it up, as seen here, and put it in the Gundam if you want to, but I'm happy with the core block. That fully transformable core fighter, and this is easily the best core fighter we got. Even better than the 135 version, I think. This is actually a little bit better. And the other one was so much bigger. So yeah, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous core fighter. Interchangeable hands. You got the open hands. You got the beam saber holding hands. You got the trigger fingers. You got the fists. Lots of different hands to choose from. Now you got this. This is a third beam saber. This one lights up. Yeah, you heard me right. It's got this battery, which is a battery LED combination. This is included BR435. This would be difficult to track down again, so keep an eye on it. Once you put it in there, there's a little switch. Boom. Now you got yourself a fancy laser pointer. Kind of. Now we're going to put the beam saber blade in there. And with my bright lights, you can't really see a whole lot. It doesn't look that different. It's like, well, that's a little brighter. Is that really it? But if I turn the lights down, yeah, okay, that's a red lightsaber from Star Wars. That's something Darth Maul will be rocking. That looks amazing. Now, another thing you can do while it's lit up is you can plug it into the backpack. And the light piping system in there will put it through the thrusters. So you can act as the thrusters are going if you want to put it back there. Personally, I don't think that looks that great, but you can if you want to. Now, they give you this LED. This LED does not come with the batteries you need. There are a couple of LR45 watch batteries. These are fairly common. If you've bought some for other LEDs and Gundams, they use the same ones. I already had a sheet ready for this. Now, the way this turns on is there is a tiny, tiny little press button. You need a pair of tweezers or something very tiny to turn on. It has multiple colors: green, yellow, red, blue. And they will alternate, or they'll do different patterns depending on which way you press them. Changes over and over and over again. Now, this is difficult to get in and out. You can see when it's just sitting in there, a little pressure will turn it on and off. Just push down. There's something in there that's going to press that button. It's even almost like a purple color there. And to turn it off again, you press and hold. Now, what they want you to do is they want you to open the door for the cockpit. If you open that up, there's a swivel in there that will press the button. The problem is it's finicky. If you hold it open for too long, it turns itself off almost immediately. It's kind of finicky to get on and off. It looks good. You can see it, the lights coming through the vents in the chest, through the head, through the neck, all the way up in the cameras. It looks good, but it's a little finicky to get working right. With a little practice, though, you can do it. Now, foil decals. These are metallic foil decals. This is the first layer. It goes on the gun. It goes on the core fighter and the Gundam itself in different places. Red and green. Green for one side, red for the other. I wish that pattern kept up, but there are other places that green all over, red all over. Fine, whatever. Cool. It does give it a good look, though. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't improve. It does improve the kit. There's a lot of white going on, and this kind of breaks up that and, makes it flow better with the other red, blue, and yellow parts. So, yeah, it looks real good. Next, they give you a giant sticker sheet. I went to New Type, free shout out for them. They had a water slide decal sheet they were selling. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. That way, if I ever screw up a water slide decal, I do have the stickers there to back me up. And I did screw up a couple, so you can see right there on the chest, if I point it out, right above the vents, there's a couple stickers there. I screwed up a couple. One interesting side note for all these decals is I put one on upside down, and I liked it better the look upside down. See the one there on the back of the thigh? That's not supposed to look like that, but I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I like it that way, so I just left it upside down. No one would know if I didn't tell you, but I just did. Oops. Yeah, that one right there on the back of the thigh. That's supposed to be flipped. But I think it looks better that way, so phooey on them. Anywho, lots of water slide. They all look real good. They add something to the kit. Mostly red markings, gray. But I just like the way it looks. Holding the gun. The wrist is a little flimsy. But, it's still workable. I mean, it's not like it's terrible. You just got to work around the issue with the wrist. The elbow is more than strong enough to hold it up. And the wrist has no issues with the beam saber or the shield. But like I said, it's not even holding the shield. The arm is with that magnet. Get his legs spread out. Balance on this thing is superb. Absolutely superb, especially for the size it is. Posing is very, very good. It's not any pose you want, like the MG RX-78-2 Origin was, but it's pretty close and a heck of a lot more detailed. But like I said, balance on this giant thing is superb. It takes some effort to get him to get off balance. I mean, you really got to work at it to find a point where you're like, I don't think it'll stand. I posed him and did all sorts of things with him. No, he's good in pretty much any position you want to put him. But spread those legs out. The ankles are excellent. The feet are excellent. The legs are nice and strong. You know, no balance issues at all. Final shot pose. Not a problem. Not even a little. Move them up. The shoulder gets out of the way. Tons of movement out of the shoulder. Parts come out from the shoulder. Move around anywhere you want it. Arms are super strong. No problems, and balance is still superb. Here's the only place where balance gets a little wonky. You could put the shield on his back, and you can put the gun on his back as well. Now he's a little back heavy, and even this, you just got to shift the legs around and make it okay. Final thoughts on this kit. This kit is superb. Absolutely superb. There are a few very minor nitpicky flaws I have with this kit. I'd have liked to see a few more accessories. I'm not a monster fan of the gun. It's a little wonky, but nothing terrible. I would have liked to see maybe the spear or the Gundam hammer, but I'm not complaining. Core Fighter's amazing. Shield is the best shield I've ever seen. The beam saber lights up. I've been asking for something like that forever. Balance is superb. Decals are great. The build is fun. One thing I really want to mention, though, is the ease of build on this kit. Just how easy it is to build this thing. If you're a first-time Gundam perfect grade buyer or perfect grade builder, this thing's great. It's a very, very long build, but it's not very hard. You're just building layers. You build this, then you add some more, then you add some more, then you add some more, then you add some more. And by the time you're done, you got this. And this is amazing. Huge thumbs up. If you're thinking about it, I highly recommend it. If you're a first-time perfect grade buyer and you're saying, this thing makes me nervous, don't be. Don't be at all. This is a great first step into the perfect grade world. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you found it informative. I know it was a long one, and I know this took a long time to get done, but like I said, this is a marathon build. Well, see you guys next time. Please stay tuned for more. We've got more reviews coming, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and one more thing. Remember, it's not a Gundam. It's the Gundam. Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 5th perfect grade. This is the RX-78-2 Gundam Perfect Grade Unleashed. But let's call it